What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Bravo by Gays. I'm your host, Larry. Happy Friday. We have the holiday ahead of us this weekend. I feel like there's so much going on, but also like it doesn't feel like Christmas. Like, I don't know what it is. So you guys know I live in Buffalo, and it usually by now we have had like 5 feet of snow. It's like sunny and like 55 out, and I don't know what the hell is going on, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. And I don't know. It's just like, it's weird, right? So just a couple things. We're going to get into a couple shows today. Next week, we are not going to have a show, but we will be back the following week at like our regular Friday drop. So with that said, we have a lot to talk about. I want to talk about Beverly Hills. I want to talk about Winter House. We're kind of just going to touch on like a little bit of everything and go from there. So let's start with Winter House and we'll get right into that. All right, guys. So we had Winter House season 3. It wrapped. They had their reunion, which I love because they did not have a reunion for season 1 or season 2. The season overall, I thought was very entertaining. There wasn't a lot of drama, which like I was completely okay with because I loved seeing the group just like get along and like party and have fun. And the little pieces of drama that there were like weren't anything like too over the top or crazy. So the cast as a whole, I loved seeing it just be like Bravo Lebs from other shows. So obviously we had Kyle, Amanda, Danielle from Summer House. And then we had Brian Benny from Family Karma, Justice for Family Karma, bring it back. We need another season. We had Jordan from Summer House Martha's Vineyard. We had Malia and Katie from Below Deck. We had Alex Propson from Below Deck. And then we had, he's from Below Deck Sailing Out. And then we had Tom Schwartz. We also had guest appearances by Aisha from Below Deck Down Under. We had Captain Sandy popped in. Jason Cameron, my guy. Love me some Jason. Wish he would have stayed a little bit longer. We had Riley from Below Deck. Like, it was just overall such a good season, in my opinion. We got Tom Schwartz, like, fresh off, like, Scandal. Like, Scandal dropped, and then a week later, he had to go in and film Winter House. So we got him, like, fresh off of that. And he very much was saying how like this is like the positivity vortex, and he loved Winter House because he got to escape LA and not really have to deal with everything that was going on right away as it happened because he had to go and film the show. He did leave to go film the reunion, but he did come back. I will say it was nice to see Tom kind of like get his Schwartzy back. Because last season, you can tell, like, he was just, like, in a funk. And you guys know, I've loved Tom Schwartz forever. Believe me, I know what he does sometimes is wrong. I completely do not agree with the way that he treats Katie a lot of the time. I don't know. I just have a soft spot for him. But it was nice to see him kind of, like, get his groove back with Katie. And I do think that he pushed it a little too far with like feeling awkward about saying her name because she had the same name as his ex-wife, and he was just calling her Floody. Or whenever someone would say Katie, he would be like, I'm like, no, like he was pushing the limit with that. But it was nice to see him like connect with someone, and Katie like also was like super into him. It was just like nice overall to see. We did learn that they hung out after the season was over when she was in LA filming interviews for Winter House. Is anything going to come of that? I highly doubt it, but it was still good to see him get his Schwartzy back. I loved it. Brian Benny. Listen, guys, I love Brian Benny. I want him to be on more shows in Bravo. I would love for his show to come back. Wink, wink. If you're listening, please bring back Family Karma. But he was just like such a breath of fresh air. He was so funny, like macking and hitting on all the girls, and he got friend zoned by all of them except for one, Casey. And it took him until like the last day to like hook up with someone in the house, and they were making out all over the place. Like, I just love that he like came in thinking he had all the game and he didn't, but regardless, it made for entertaining TV and I loved it. That boy can do no wrong in my eyes. I love Brian Benny. With that said, obviously, like we just said, he was making out with Casey. Casey, I liked her. I think she was maybe like not the best casting choice because it was weird that she was the only one not on a show. And then she came in with all these people that were on a show. So we didn't really get the chance to get to know her as much as we had already known the other people that were in the house. Yeah, she had a little bit of drama with Sam, and really that was about it. But other than that, she was kind of just hanging around, getting bombed and like partying. But we didn't get like a glimpse into like who she really is. I don't think personally, I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like she could have been like replaced with like another Bravo celebrity. And I loved seeing Jordan Emmanuel on the show. I love me some Jordan. I enjoyed Malia on the show. I enjoyed Corey on the show. We have to talk, guys, about Danielle and Alex and how I got the most secondhand embarrassment for the way that Danielle was acting in that whole situation. You guys know I ride for Danielle. I love that girl. But listen, I got to keep it real. It was a little cringe watching the way that she was acting. Yes, she was fresh off of a breakup. I thought that she was going to come in, have like wild single girl winter, and just kind of maybe hook up with whomever. And I didn't think that she would have been laser focused on one guy, but she was digmatized. Like, I don't know what Alex Propson has going on, but the fact that she was like even caught saying like, I just can't get enough. Like, obviously the sex was good because they were doing it all over the place. But I don't really think that she knew where to like draw the line when it came to like really just kind of using him for a hookup. She was getting like very upset every time that he would like talk to another girl, or even if like he was like flirting with Jordan after she had told him like, go make a move on Jordan. Like, there were just so many instances where I was like, oh God, like, no, I can't. Like, I was like literally watching with my hands over my eyes, just from like the secondhand embarrassment. That last episode, guys, where she like popped off on Jordan and was like yelling at her in the kitchen. I don't know. I just like, I couldn't do it. I was like, oh my God, I was like literally just like embarrassed for her. I'm glad that they did kind of talk about it the next day and move on from it. I will tell you right now, obviously we all know Danielle is dating Joe Bradley. The two of them are like some of my favorites in Bravo. So I'm glad to see that like something is going on there, and they seem to be like enjoying each other's company. And he was just in New York this week celebrating her birthday. She was in Charleston a couple weeks ago. So I'm excited to see what happens between the two of them. I just want Danielle to be happy. I really do. I love her so much. I just want her to find someone that's like on her level. And I think that she may have found that with Joe. So fingers crossed that that is a Bravo relationship that lasts. Only time will tell. But overall, I really, really, really enjoyed the season. I can't wait. I hope they have a season 4. If so, I don't know if they would do all Bravo Lebs again. That seems to be like a good mix, or if they would bring in like other people. Who would you like to see on Winter House? If they do all Bravo Lebs again, who would you like to see? Because I did see that they did a post on Bravo and they asked the cast like who they would want to see on the season, like on another season of Winter House. And Tom Schwartz said that he would like to resurrect Tequila Katie. And I could not agree more. I would love to see Katie Maloney in the Winter House. I would also love to see Paige and Sierra back. And toss Maya in there. I would throw Joe Bradley, TJ, Mia from Southern Hospitality. I love her. I would love to see her in there. I would like to see this. Alex said Chase from Below Deck Sailing Yacht. I agree with that. I'd like to see Colin from Below Deck Sailing Yacht. I don't know. There's so many people that I would like to see. So I could definitely see them doing another season of all Bravo Lebs. I don't know. I just love those shows so much. They look like they're having the best time just partying and like going crazy. And like, I don't know. I just love it so much. I want to hang out with them. If they do another season of Winter House, call me Bravo. So overall, I thought the season was amazing. The reunion was good. They got a lot out on the table. I felt so bad for Sam because they really got into kind of like the nitty gritty of like what was going on with Corey and how he came into the house not defining their relationship, and kind of like said like all the ladies would like have slept with him if they had the chance. And she was reading a lot of the rumors online about what was going on, which I think was probably like not the best thing to do, because nobody knows this, like the stuff that's posted online. Yeah, it's hearsay, but nobody knows for sure what the truth is. And I feel like she had a direct connection to the house where she could have asked what was going on. Corey, Danielle, Amanda, Kyle, like I feel like they would have told her. But I felt so bad for her just like having to rewatch it all and kind of like relive it. Good news is the two of them are together and they lasted through the blizzard storm of the drama that was this season. And I'm happy for them. I do like Sam a lot. I like Corey. So I am glad to see that they made it through. What were your thoughts on the season of Winter House? I want to know, like, did you like it? I can't get enough. I can't get enough of these freaking shows. It really is. It's an issue. That's a problem I have. I just love them. I'm looking forward to next season. So that's a wrap on season 3. That was good. Until next time, Steamboat. We need to talk about Beverly Hills. I cannot get enough of Beverly Hills this season. And let me tell you, Lent must be over because Erica Jane did not come to play. She was my star of this episode. So I loved in the beginning of the episode, we got to see Sutton go on a date. Was it the best date? No, it was probably the worst date in history. But he was so handsome, and then he just could not stop talking about his mother. I was mortified for her. I love that she stuck through it. I love that she didn't get up and leave, although I would have. So I'll tell you a funny story. So this is years ago. So I've been with my boyfriend for 6.5, going on 7 years. So maybe like 10 years ago, I went on a date with like a first date with this guy, and his mom ended up showing up like on the date, which was so awkward, guys. I literally did not even know what to do. So we were sitting down eating, and then his mom just walked in and like sat with us. It was so weird. So I ended up paying for it, like the meal, and like for him and like his mom. And then I said I had to go to the bathroom and I ran out the door. There was no way I was staying. It was so awkward. So I get the whole mom thing. It's like a little weird, especially on a first date. This man would not stop talking about his mother and how they went to Vegas and like ended up at like some topless burlesque show. I don't know. It was crazy. Regardless, I think Sutton needs to find a new matchmaker because that was so cringe. I felt so bad for her. Sutton was going wild this episode. Guys, I don't even know where to start, like, when it comes to what the hell went down at Crystal's house. Listen, Crystal knows how to throw a party. She loves to throw a dinner party. We're just going to skip straight to the dinner. Actually, no, let's back up a little bit. I want to talk about how Kyle had told Anna Marie and Dorit about how she tattooed the letter K on Morgan's arm. Now, it was a little weird. The girls like didn't understand what was going on. And I mean, they don't really need to. It's like Kyle's business. So Kyle tells the girls about how she did that. And so now they're going to Taco Tuesday at Crystal's house. And Dorit is talking to Kyle about like the tattoo thing and how she feels like she's a little bit distant. They used to travel all the time together and take multiple trips a year. And now she feels like she's either taken a back seat or has been replaced by Morgan. And she's like, what do I got to do? Like, do I have to tattoo like a K on my arm or do I have to tattoo a D on you or whatever she said? And they cut to Kyle's confessional where Kyle says she doesn't really feel like she's in the same spot as she was with Dorit because of what happened last season and how Dorit really had her back when like they were together and like not filming and like was really like there for her when everything went down with Kathy. But then it kind of flipped when they were at the reunion. And she said she feels like a friend wouldn't do that. Now, if that is the case, you need to have a conversation with Dorit about this because Dorit does not know what the hell's going on. She thinks you guys are fine. Everything is the same as it's always been. And you just have this new friend that you are like hanging out with who is like taking up more of your time that like could be spent with her. Dorit needs to be told that Kyle's upset with her. Will Kyle tell her? Here's to hoping. I really do hope that she does. But until that is said, I don't think Dorit's going to get it. Like, she needs to be made aware of what's going on. Another fun part that I absolutely loved in this episode was Garcelle, Erica, and Sutton all going out for drinks. And Garcelle surprising Erica with Sutton showing up as her social experiment to see how the ladies would kind of get along despite the little tiniest beat that they had about everything that happened in Vegas, right? So they're drinking and they're talking, and we find out that Sutton made out with her driver, which, like, good for her. Also, like, super weird. How did that even happen? I know she said that, like, she was told to sit up in the front seat and then they just started making out, but, like, I feel like that's like if someone would make out with their Uber driver. Like, that's just strange, right? Like, I just definitely did not see that happening. And not for nothing, it's just like they talk about it later in the episode at this Taco Tuesday. And the ladies that are there that are not on the show, that are Crystal's friends, were kind of just like looking at each other like, did they just say she made out with her driver? And it's almost like, oh God, like she's making out with the employees. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a little weird. It also seems like very Beverly Hills. Like, you know how people think that like the ladies sleep with the pool boys, and it's like, well, Sutton's sleeping with the, like, she's not sleeping with the driver. Sutton's making out with her driver. It just seems like something like old rich ladies do. And you know what? I'm here for it. Like, good for you. Get your groove on, Sutton. And then Erica makes the comment about how she heard that a bundle of nudes for Denise Richards is only $7 on OnlyFans. And it was a lot. The girls had a good time. I'm glad to see that had happened because they needed to get Erica and Sutton back on track after what happened in Vegas. And it seems like they did. Guys, we got to get straight into Taco Tuesday because I can't hold back anymore. We need to talk about it. So Taco Tuesday is at Crystal's house. Crystal has a bunch of her girlfriends come over, which one was like Bill Burr's wife, which is like, okay, that's cool. So Crystal has like famous friends, which, I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's just like you never know who's going to show up at a party. Like Bill Burr's wife is just Crystal's friend. Like, it's just, I mean, maybe Beverly Hills is small. I don't know. Only so many people can afford those houses. So one is bound to be like a celebrity and his wife. So, which I just thought was interesting to see. A couple other ladies. And then our girls like just start coming in. And Erica tells Dorit about Sutton making out with the driver, which was probably the worst move she could have made because Dorit kept on repeating it, right? She was like, "What's the driver? Like, what are you talking about?" Sutton owns the fact that she made out with the driver. She said it was fun. It was just a makeout session. And she doesn't seem ashamed about it at all. They're sitting down and they are talking about how Dorit was like insinuating that like Sutton is a drunk, right? And they're going back and forth, and Bill Burr's wife brings up Vegas, and she goes, "Sutton, so I heard that like you didn't like Magic Mike or something along those lines." And Sutton was like, "No, I just didn't like the leg spread in the air with the guy's face like in the crotch." And she goes, "How did you know about that?" And then she says, "Well, I was talking a little bit about Vegas with the ladies. They said that they enjoy Magic Mike, but you didn't. So I figured I would just like ask why you didn't like it." So then Dorit, like, they start talking about it, and Dorit was like, "I don't understand like why you didn't like it. You showed up with like a wad of singles to like throw at the strippers." And then Sutton like changes her tune and says, "No, that was just like an act." And no, girl, like you would have thrown those dollars at the strippers, like if you would have had the chance to. And it just goes, and then Dorit's just trying to make a point, like, you are acting prudish and like when it comes to everything that happened at Magic Mike, but you're making out with your driver. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Well, that rubbed Sutton the wrong way. And it just did not land well. Garcelle said that she felt that Dorit was saying that to embarrass Sutton. And Dorit maintained that, like, that's not what she was trying to do. And Dorit said she didn't like the fact that Garcelle was attacking her. Not the right word to use, Dorit. Not the right word at all. Obviously, and rightfully so, Garcelle was upset by that and said, "I'm not attacking you," which she wasn't. So I don't like the fact that you used that word. And Garcelle told her that, like, "I don't have time for, like, you and your privilege," which took Dorit, she looked like she was taken aback because she didn't know like what was going on. Erica stepped in and had said that like that word affects like women of color differently than it would if she would have said it maybe to Erica. And Dorit tells Garcelle, that was not my intention. I'm so sorry. If me and you can get together and talk, like, I would love that. And Garcelle says, "No, I'm good. I don't want to talk. It's not my job to educate you." And it's not. It really is not her job to educate Dorit on how she should be acting. I will say, I did not like Dorit's confessional after that, where she had said, if she would have just told me that she didn't like that word and it triggered her, I would have just never used that word again. We get it, girl. You said that like in the moment as well when you were at Taco Tuesday. But again, it's not Garcelle's job to educate you on what you should be saying, right? Guys, I loved that they were just like passing the hot potato around because it went from Sutton and Dorit to Dorit and Garcelle. And then Dorit is like, here, Erica, isn't there something you want to talk to Denise Richards about? And Erica's like, oh, this bitch. Like, she tossed me the hot potato and I don't want to have this conversation with Denise. And then after she throws that to Erica, she says she has to leave. I guarantee you she did not have to go see PK because he was either leaving or coming in from town, whatever he was doing. I think she was just uncomfortable and wanted to get out of the situation. And she left. Well, guys, now we're here sitting with Denise and Erica. And when I tell you, Denise Richards was not prepared for what she was getting herself into. She had no idea what was coming her way, the shitstorm. She got ate the fuck up, gagged. And she was looking for an apology from Erica for saying that her daughters knew about threesomes or something like that, which is not what Erica was saying. Erica was saying at that age, teenagers have access to the internet, like at the tips of their hands and their phone. They probably already knew what a threesome was prior to Erica saying it. That's the point she was making, which valid. They probably did, right? So Denise isn't getting it. And she's just like, her and Erica are going back and forth at it. And Denise is just like, you're a mean girl. You're mean. And Erica literally, guys, when I tell you, I literally fell to the floor. I'm never going to recover from what Erica said to Denise in this moment. Denise tells Erica, you're a mean girl. And Erica says, I think it's great. I just want to know who's more profitable, you or Sammy. Mic drop. And Crystal called the cops. There's about to be a fight. And the show ended. Mind blown. I'll never recover from it. I literally think it will go down as one of the most iconic Housewives reads. Listen, I'm sorry. I know you guys, I know the rule is like, do not bring the kids into it. But guys, I was not expecting that to come out of Erica's mouth. I really wasn't. And I was gagged. I don't even have words to talk about it now. I am so anxiously awaiting for next week's episode. I don't know. I like literally, these are the moments where I wish I got like a screener so I can just see what the hell is going to happen. I can't wait another week. Do we even get an episode next week, or are they going to skip a week because of the holiday? I have no idea. But I mean, it was too good. Guys, it was like Heather, or not Heather, I don't even know who that hell Heather is. It was like Erica knew this was going to air the weekend before Christmas, and she was like, I'm going to give these people the gift of a lifetime. May I be overreacting? Yes. But guys, I'm still not over it. I don't think I'll ever be over it. I need to know now who's more profitable. I love that earlier in the episode, Sutton subscribed to Denise's OnlyFans. She's like, I'll give her $10. Like, it was just wild. Probably one of the best episodes of Housewives this year, just because of that moment. Denise's face was like, what? What did you just say? So God only knows what is going to come out of their mouths when the next episode airs. Hands down, one of the most iconic moments. It really was. I am like still gagged. Usually they post the first 7 minutes of the next week's episode the day after. It's not up yet, guys, but just keep an eye out on my Instagram because I will be putting that up for you guys as soon as it's available. You do not have to wait. I mean, I don't know. Could you, what I would give to be a guest at one of these freaking parties, the way that I would have been like clutching my pearls. But I mean, it is what it is. We just now have to wait for the next episode. And I'm okay with that. Guys, there is a lot that is coming up. We've been getting sneak peeks at Vanderpump Rules. We've been getting a little mini couple second teasers for Summer House, which I think is going to be announced in the next week or so. I have like a feeling that the trailer is going to come after the holiday. I'm like so ready for that. Don't forget, there's a couple of newbies that are joining. One who's rumored to be dating Sierra. I'm super excited about the return of Summer House. I feel like it's going to cure my seasonal depression. And this is right around the time that Summer House usually does air. I don't know. There's just like, I feel like there's so much that like I'm missing. I hope you guys are watching. Are you guys watching Ultimate Girls Trip? I mean, let me tell you, episode 4 just came out and I don't want these women on a week-long trip. I want them to have a full season of episodes. Give me 17 episodes of these ladies because they just keep delivering. Now, I know we only covered episode 1 last week. What we'll do is we'll cover episodes 2 through 5 in the next episode that'll come out in 2 weeks. When I drop an episode 2 weeks from now, we'll cover episodes 2 through 5. Give you guys some time to catch up on Ultimate Girls Trip, Roni Legacy, Southern Hospitality, guys. It is, I hope you're not sleeping on it. It is such a good show, and there's so much drama going on. We have to like just get into it for just a little bit. So we have by the time you listen to this, we would have had 3 episodes of Southern Hospitality. The season premiere was lit. We got Maddie finding out that her boyfriend was cheating on her. She took a shovel to his house, which I thought they were going to show her like knocking his car windows out or something. But she ended up not doing anything with it. She just like, I think, listen, it was the perfect reality TV moment. I thought she was going to go and not like literally either knock his car windows open or break the windows to his apartment. Lucia got fired. A bummer. Like, I freaking love Lucia. And as a result of Mia trying to have her girls back, Mia got fired. The cast can't drink while they're working, which I completely get. Leva's safety concerns. I just feel like these guys are young and they're going to make mistakes. And I hope the rest of them don't get fired. Who's to say if the girls get their jobs back? It's a lot. It really is a lot. We've got the new guy, Ocean. I don't know how to say his name. I like him. Did you guys know, speaking of, if you remember during the COVID season of Vanderpump Rules, when they had a pool party at, was it Ariana and Tom's? And that guy grabbed Charlie's like waist, and she was like, no, I don't know who you are. Like, don't touch me like that. And she brought her boyfriend over. Did you guys know that guy that grabbed her waist is the new guy on Southern Hospitality? Like, who would have thought that, who would have thought that would come to be? When I saw that, I was shocked. I was like, there's no way. But they have the video footage of it, so it's true. There's beef going on between Will and Ocean. I don't know how to say his name, guys. If you know, someone tell me, send me a voice note on Instagram in the DMs and let me know how to say his name. There's the beef between the two of them because I think he playfully smacked Emmy's butt, but like that's not something you do with like a coworker, especially between male and female. So I think stuff's gonna pop off between the two of them. We're getting Grace Lily's birthday party, which looks like it's some type of like enchanted forest type of theme. So I'm excited to see what happens at that, because if you remember last season at her birthday, Mikkel was throwing wine or champagne or whatever at people. These guys just deliver. They really do. And it's nothing that you guys can say that, oh, they're trying to be the next Vanderpump Rules. It's a completely different show. They are killing it. And I can't wait to see what's going to like continue to happen on the rest of the season. It's just make sure you're watching it. Go catch up on season 1 on Peacock. I keep pushing Peacock on you guys. I'm sorry. It's just such a good like streaming app. I like literally can't get enough of it. I watch everything on Peacock. So you're still early enough in season 2 where you can go watch season 1 and be caught up. So perfect opportunity. I promise I would not steer you guys in the wrong like direction. You'll love the show. Make sure that you are going and watching it, so because it's just, you don't want to miss out on the drama. It's so dramatic, and nothing is better than like these young people getting in fights while they're drunk and like hooking up with each other. Whatever, it is what it is. But guys, with that said, it's the holiday weekend. I have to go finish my Christmas shopping. I've got a bunch of stuff going on. So I hope you guys have the best holiday, whatever you celebrate. Spend it with your family, friends, loved ones, all the things. And keep an eye out for an episode on Saturday. We do our Southern Charm pop-up where we solely talk about Southern Charm. That'll be out tomorrow. And I will talk to you guys in just 2 short weeks. Love you guys. Bye.